passed away Wednesday. At his residence, visitation will be 6 to 9 p.m. tonight at the funeral home. And those are our obituaries for today, brought to you by Moss Service and Hansville Funeral Home.
Premier Bank presents Today on 2, broadcasting live at channel2coleman.com, and you can follow us on Twitter, you can follow us on Facebook,
absolutely,
and on YouTube. We're just kind of everywhere.
We're getting out there in the world, making steps for all of Coleman, everywhere.
And everywhere.
Everywhere.
Yeah. Give a shout out to any relative, any friend, anywhere in the world.
My grandmother doesn't use an internet, so I don't know if she'd even see it.
Okay, this is first day of spring.
Is it really?
Spring started yesterday.
You know what? I couldn't tell with it 50 below zero outside, so.
You'll be able to tell today.
Yeah, hopefully. Hopefully it'll warm up.
Okay, let's start with the weather forecast for today. Our weather brought to you by Mitch Smith Chevrolet. Make the switch to Mitch. Here's the weather almanac for the 21st day of March in Cullman, Alabama. The average high temperature is 68. The average low is 40. The record high in this date, 84 degrees in 2004. And the record low, 16 in 1965. Sunset will be at 7 o'clock. Sunrise tomorrow morning at 6:46. We look at the satellite picture, what's going on around the country. Our part of the country looks pretty good, and we might have a pretty nice weekend in store. There's the southeast. Here's our forecast for today. It'll be a sunny day today with a high near 71, Joel.
There you go.
Good day today. Partly cloudy, low tonight 49. Slight chance of rain tomorrow afternoon with a high of 69. Then back to cooler temperatures for most of next week. Sunday, high of 58. Monday, 58. Tuesday, 54. Wednesday, 50.
Wow.
Then Thursday, 61. And I mentioned yesterday, and I think by next weekend we'll be back to the 70s.
Hopefully.
So anyway, enjoy it today. Maybe tomorrow.
Get the AC ready.
But
next week when it gets warmer.
Yeah, when we get to April.
Right.
We'll be ready to go.
Right.
Well, let's see. We have a busy program, so let's get into things. Who's our Facebook friend of the day for today?
Our Facebook friend is going to be Tracy Brenner, and she likes Duck Dynasty and reading.
Good for her.
Good for her.
All right. What does Tracy win?
She is going to get the large barbecue sandwich from Mad Dog Mike's Famous Barbecue. Congratulations, Miss Tracy.
Okay, this is Friday. That's Politics on Today on 2.
Really excited about that.
Today
we're going to have J.P. White. He's running for county commissioner. Really excited to hear what he has to say, and there's always good conversation there.
That's right. He'll be here with the political panel in just a little bit. We'll continue with more of Today on 2 right after this.
Lasting relationships we have with our customers. We'll go almost anywhere to meet your banking needs.
Overwhelmed by home refinancing offers from telephone solicitors and direct mail advertising, and then find you're not qualified for a specific plan? The Mortgage Center, a hometown lender, compares the rates from all home loan lenders and the qualifications of the various government programs to find a plan best suited to you. The Mortgage Center helps Cullman County people purchase and refinance their homes.
This is Pat Newton. Call us today and let us tailor a loan program to your specific needs and requirements.
Meet the KitchenAid 36-inch induction cooktop. It might just change the way you cook. Induction technology heats the pan and not the cooking surface to offer you a new level of precision, speed, and energy efficiency. 9 settings give you different levels of heat to achieve precise temperatures and amazing responsiveness. Water boils in just seconds. making this the fastest to boil induction cooktop available. The KitchenAid 36-inch induction cooktop.
Welcome back to Today on 2. This part of our show, we like to give away some prizes. Let's see what we have. We have 15% off any purchase at It's My Party is one of our prizes for today. And we have 2 tickets to the Coleman Kiwanis Club 58th Annual Pancake Day, which is coming up 2 weeks from tomorrow. And we have the large pizza from Papa Murphy's, Take and Bake Pizza. A lot of good eating there.
That's a good eating.
Yeah,
right
those
there.
are the prizes for today. All you have to do is correctly answer a question about one of these ads. So let's look at some of our ads for today and see who we're going to talk about. Jolly Time Rentals, where fun is always in the air. They have those big inflatable slides and bounce slides. They also have concession equipment. Call Holly Mullins to book yours today. Jolly Time Rentals.
Hankey Service Center, automotive repairs, new tires, and they pump your gas for you. They're located at the Exxon across from the North Coleman Shopping Center. They're also doing a very special deal on the Deep Clean Special, only $59.95, limited time only.
It's My Party, where you can get balloons of all shapes and sizes. Singing telegrams are available, courtesy of Lulu the Gorilla. It's My Party on 2nd Avenue Southeast.
Brown & Company Beverages, a toast to fine wines and beverages, located on Highway 157 Northwest in Coleman, next to the Ford dealership.
Mullins Body Shop, over 50 years they've been doing auto body repair and towing. You can still count on them each and every day. 256-734-1353.
Deb's Bookstore, your hometown bookstore just down the road. Gift certificates are available and browsers are welcome. Used books are half price every day. New books are 20% off every day. Located on 3rd Street, Southwest in Coleman.
And the Candle Garden has hand-poured candles, over 50 fragrances available. They have lots of gift items in the store too. Check them out. Their new location right next to Moe's Barbecue.
And the Coleman Wellness and Aquatic Center. They have plenty of fitness opportunities, whether you're looking to swim in a pool or run on an aerobics machine. Just go check them out. They have some really good deals for you.
And Alabama sunrooms and awnings. So they can do patio and deck covers, awnings, metal roofs, vinyl siding, garages and buildings. They'll give you a free estimate. Call them at 256-739-6220.
And Grand Point Pharmacy, they are there when you need them. Open 7:30 a.m. Monday through Saturday. Third-party insurances are welcome, and they are located on Highway 31 North.
Barnett Tax Service. Elna Barnett does tax returns, and that includes the electronic filing. She also does bookkeeping services for small businesses. No appointment necessary. Just stop by the office on Main Avenue.
Auto Tech Repair and Service. They do major engine repairs, transmission repairs, brake repairs, foreign and domestic auto repairs. They are located on 1945 County Road in Vinemont, Alabama.
There we go with some of our merchant ads. Question for today should be a really, really easy one.
Easy.
What is the blizzard of the month at Dairy Queen?
Ooh.
The blizzard of the month at Dairy Queen. And 256-734-7399 is the phone number. And let's see, we have the large Papa Murphy's Pizza.
Right.
We have Kiwanis Pancake tickets,
Right.
and 15% off any purchase at It's My Party.
Good deal.
Those are the prizes. Go ahead and call in while we watch Money Matters, brought to you by Premier Bank.
Hi, I'm Caitlin Rush with Premier Bank. This time of year we see a lot of people receiving tax refunds. This is a great time to open a bank account if you do not already have one. It is a simple process that your local bank will be happy to help you with today. You'll need a few things to open a bank account. You will need your current picture identification, a social security number, your current address and phone number, along with your employment information ready and available. Just bring this into your local bank with your cash or your tax refund check and you will have yourself a bank account in no time. Have a great day and thank you for watching Money Matters with Premier Bank.
Well, here we go, our chance to give away our prizes for today. And again, our question is, what is the blizzard of the month at Dairy Queen? We have somebody on the line already. Hello, who's calling?
Johnny,
Hi, Johnny. From where are you calling?
Garden City.
Okay. What's the blizzard of the month at Dairy Queen?
I can't remember exactly where it called. I know it's mint flavor.
Mint flavor,
Mint
that'll
flavor.
work.
We'll
That'll
take
work.
it.
Mint Oreo, as a matter of fact, is what it is, Johnny. Stay on the line, please. Thanks for calling in. Yeah, Mint Oreo. Johnny wins our prizes for today. Let's look at the Dairy Queen ad and the rest of our ads right now. Starting with Tires for Less, where they have Bridgestone and Firestone tires. Of course, they're much more than just tires. They do oil changes, minor engine repair, replace shocks and brakes on Highway 31 North.
Alabama Sunrooms and Awnings. They do sunrooms and screen rooms, patio and deck covers, awnings, metal roofs, vinyl siding, garages, buildings, free estimates. If we do it, it's built right.
Cotton State Barns of Coleman, where they buy or rent to own carports, playsets, utility trailers, and storage buildings. They're located on Highway 278, just west of the interstate. That's Cotton State Barns.
And Dairy Queen, the blizzard of the month, Mint Oreo, available through the month of March. It's really good, even though St. Patrick's Day is over. Doesn't mean you can't eat something green.
Yeah, Oreos are good anytime, aren't they? Cups Accounting and Tax Service. Quality service at reasonable rates. Check with Cups before you pay too much. They'll figure your taxes and do the filing.
Be Fit, now open, no contract, $50 a month, and a personal trainer is included. Located next door to Renard's Gallery and Gifts. Change your life and body.
And Earl's Body Shop, voted best towing service, celebrating 50 years of serving you. They do towing, local or long distance, of course, auto body repair as well. Earl's Body Shop on Highway 31 North.
Yates Chance Christian Bookstore. They have a new inventory of Bibles, large and extra large print available. All new colors and varieties. Quilted Bible covers are now 50% off, located in the South Coleman Shopping Center.
Mr. Hicks Menswear, your prom tuxedo destination. Come and see Mr. Hicks for the new prom looks, located on Compass Way, southwest in Coleman.
Hansville Pizza Hut, across from Wallace State Community College. They have a lunch buffet from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m., and there's a 10% off discount for Wallace State students, 256-352-5355.
And Mad Dog Mike's Famous Barbecue, where he has the family barbecue pack, a pound of barbecue, 2 sides and 4 buns, located inside the Berlin Quick Stop on Highway 278.
Barnett Tax Service, tax returns, electronic filing, and bookkeeping services. Elna Barnett has been serving Coleman for 41 years. There's no appointment necessary. Go in and see her today.
There we go with the merchant ads for today. Now it's time to check our birthdays. Let's see, who celebrates a birthday?
Today
on
we have
the 21st of March. I think a couple of people are on our calendar.
There are a few of them. We have Jennifer Smith and Johnny Cone. And you guys are going to be put into our drawing for the Dairy Queen ice cream cake.
Okay, let's do the drawing right now and find out who our winner is this week. Of all the birthdays we've had, Jennifer Smith. Jennifer's birthday
congratulations,
today.
Jennifer.
Yeah, you get the ice cream cake
Just
from Dairy Queen.
Makes this day that much special.
There we go. We'll have more. Stay tuned.
There's stuff around your house, but we don't make stuff. We make ovens. Dual fuel, double ovens. And they bake so evenly that now delicious is something you can depend on. We only make things for one room. The best room. Your kitchen. We're devoted to it. And you can feel it in everything we make. Nobody knows the kitchen like KitchenAid.
Overwhelmed by home refinancing offers from telephone solicitors and direct mail advertising, and then find you're not qualified for a specific plan? The Mortgage Center, a hometown lender, compares the rates from all home loan lenders and the qualifications of the various government programs to find a plan best suited to you. The Mortgage Center helps Coleman County people purchase and refinance their homes.
This is Pat Newton. Call us today and let us tailor a loan program to your specific needs and requirements.
At Premier Bank, we take pride in serving our community. We respect our customers, and we've won awards for our ethical conduct. We're motivated to do all we can for you, and we're interested in your banking needs. We're efficient, safe, and sound, and our relationships with our customers are second to none.
At Premier Bank, we put the customer first.
Welcome back to Today on 2. It's time for our community billboards, and we'll see what we have to talk about.
Today's community billboards are sponsored by Pepsi, Mountain Dew, and Coleman Jefferson Gas. Impact 127. They are collecting school supplies, dental supplies, eyeglasses, and lightweight children's shoes for upcoming missions trips until April 17th. Drop off supplies in a bag at Happy Homes Real Estate, located on 221 2nd Avenue Southeast in Coleman. For more info, contact 256-509-4776. That's Impact 127. By recycling your aluminum cans through the Coleman Animal Shelter, you can help them provide for their homeless animals. They have a recycling bin at their location, and all donations are welcome. The Bible for Teens First Annual Be the One 5K and Fun Run, Saturday, March 22nd, 2014, at the Coleman Fest Hall. Registration begins at 8 a.m., 5K starts at 9 a.m. The Coleman Kiwanis Club 58th Annual Pancake Day, Saturday, April 5th, 2014, Coleman High School Cafeteria. It's going to be from 6 a.m. to noon. There's a $7 donation. Drive-through pickups available.
I want that stack of pancakes.
That's a good one right there. Book signing and reading for author Buell Cobb is going to be Sunday, March 23rd at 2 p.m. upstairs at the Coleman County Museum. Light refreshments will be served, and the Coleman County Historical Society will meet immediately following the signing. The New York Theater Ballet coming to Coleman Community Concert Series. I really can't wait to see that. Sunday, April 6th, 2014 at 4 p.m. at the Betty Lee Haynes Theater on the Wallace State campus. Single tickets are going to be $20 for adults and $10 for students. April walking tours every Saturday in April beginning at 10 a.m. at the Coleman County Museum. The walking tour is absolutely free. Get over there and check it out. A tour of homes, Share Club of Coleman, Sunday, April 27, 2014, 1 to 5 p.m. Brochure tickets may be purchased from Share Club members. The Coleman Cabinet, The Added Touch, From the Heart, Littleville Blue Antiques, and there's a $15 donation. If you have any community billboards, email channel2Coleman@gmail.com or call us at 256-734-7399, Channel 2 of Coleman.
The weather forecast brought to you by Mitch Smith Chevrolet, located on Cherokee Avenue. Mostly sunny today with a high near 71. Partly cloudy tonight, low of 49. Slight chance of rain tomorrow afternoon with a high of 69.
At Premier Bank, we're a bit old-fashioned. We actually answer the telephone when you call. However, old-fashioned doesn't mean we aren't up to date. With the latest technology, Premier Bank meets the various needs of our customers. Mobile smartphone banking, internet banking, ATMs, convenient offices. At Premier Bank, we have the right products right now with good old-fashioned customer service. At Premier Bank, we put the customer first.
Life lived in black and white is not a life lived. Today, I choose color. To see it. To feel it. To be in it. To be upon it. And to live a life surrounded by it. Today, I put on a fresh coat.
Cut that 10% down.
Hey, now tickets went up. We got our ticket deals yesterday, and I sent mine in already.
All right, welcome to That's Politics on this Friday morning. Tom Drake, Tom Burleson, and I want to welcome John Phillip White, but he goes by JP. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
JP, thank you for coming to see us.
Well, thank you for inviting me.
You're running for Associate Commissioner Place 2, which is the west side of the county.
Yes, sir.
I'd like to say something about him now. His grandpa was a state representative from Coleman County, and I used to go to him for a lot of advice back in the days when I was serving down there.
Is that right?
Yeah, and then he also is his granddaddy was over the housing over here in West Town.
Yes, sir.
Is that right?
Yeah, so he's got a little experience in politics.
JP, what is it you want to do if you get elected county commissioner?
Well, my main goal, if I am elected, is to serve the citizens of Coleman County. I have served for 27 years here in the city as a police officer, and I enjoy serving people.
Done a good job, I heard.
And I've just always tried to treat people the way I wanted to be treated, and I still have a desire to serve. After being in law enforcement as long as I have, it is time for me to retire, but I still enjoy serving people, and I'd like to do that as county commission associate.
What are the issues? What do you consider the issues to be in this race?
Well, I don't know of a lot of negative issues or anything like that have come up. I think for me, it's more about just serving people and trying to get the job done. I think for the most part, it's going to be different ideas that one person has versus another on maybe the way to get some things done. And I would certainly like to get other people involved and get their input on things. And I think with a lot of cooperation from citizens, there are a lot of people that are willing to help out. I think we can get some things accomplished.
The main thing is to be honest and be fair with the people.
That's right.
And communicate with them. Get out and talk to them. A lot of them people, if they got a problem, they want to run from the people. They don't want to talk about it.
Well, I've got experience in that. Every call I've ever had to go on, we had to come to a solution before we left. So,
one of the things, JP, that we dealt with 2 years ago, when current chairman Kenneth Walker was running for office, is we were talking with him, and he was in the campaign, and we asked him about some things happening in the commission office. One of which was that the commission was signing a check for $5,000, I believe it was, every month for one of the lawyers in town, and there was no explanation. And we asked him, would you come back and explain, if you win the election, what happened? Well, we haven't seen Kenneth Walker, and he's not to come on our show. Will you be more willing to come back and talk with us?
Sure, I'll be willing to talk with you anytime. And the thing is, an elected official represents the citizens.
Yeah.
And so, if I'm elected and there are questions, I have no problem coming back and sitting down and discussing them.
I think some folks get scared. They're afraid we're going to have to answer a difficult question. But they're not really difficult questions. They're issues that it's the people's money, is the way I've always considered it to be. And if you take their money and you use it toward things that you think are improvements, in serving the people, then you shouldn't be afraid to answer questions dealing with that. Everyone talks about roads. I mean, that seems to be one of the issues. Some of the former associate commissioners and some of the current associate commissioners think that that's not that big of an issue. Are roads a major issue in your view?
Well, they are an issue. One thing I would like to do is first do a complete survey on the west side of Coleman County, and a lot of roads need attention. Some roads need it worse than others. And so I would like to just go out and do a survey and do things by priority. Start with the ones that are really in bad shape, that need immediate attention, and, work down a list. I'd like to start a list by priority on which roads need to be dealt with first, because a lot of roads need attention. Some need it a lot worse than others.
A lot of bad roads, especially with this cold weather. I know my road that I live on, that those constant freezes, rains and freezes, caused a lot of places to start buckling up, and start crumbling. So that'll be a never-ending issue. I think that's why folks like former Representative Tom Drake decided to give that responsibility to commissioners. Is that right, Tom?
Well, they already was supposed to have it, but it looked like I had to do most of it myself. Yeah. I mean, when I was in office, that was a big issue everywhere, and it's been that issue throughout history. Roads have been a problem.
One thing,
it costs so much, more here to get materials. We have to go to other counties and haul this stuff in here. We don't have any real good materials here in Coleman County locally. we have to go elsewhere and get our materials, and most of North Alabama's that way, like DeKalb County, and we have and we have a lot of roads here.
It's a big problem.
The big thing is money. It costs a lot of money.
Yeah.
And we've got a lot of roads in Coleman County, and they're getting more.
And you know, the roads is probably one of the high-profile things, because every morning someone gets up and goes to work, they're witnessing the experience of the commission by knowing the holes or potholes or whatever they're in the road, and if they've just gotten it paved, then they want to make sure it's maintained.
George, I've lived on this road for 15 years. It's never been done to it except fix a pothole. Fix a hole. That's all that's ever been done.
Well, you know, potholes are one thing, but then you got the commissioners have other responsibilities.
Yeah.
Well,
you've got the water issue, you've got sanitation.
Another thing, you know that this is known as a one-term position to get. You know, it's only very few people that serve more than one term.
Yes.
So you need
I had said early on that if I am elected, I wouldn't want to make any decision based on trying to get reelected. You know, I would like to think, and we'll know at the end of 4 years, if I've done a good enough job that people would want me to run again, I would consider that. But I don't want to sit and make any decisions based on just trying to get reelected.
Well, the incumbent that you're running, not the one you're running against, but one of the associate commissioners told us that he was just going to spend one term and do the job and move on. But he changed his mind, and it's easy to happen when you're in a job like that. If you feel like you're halfway through a project and you haven't completed it, then you want to run again. So it's best not to never say never.
Right.
They wasn't quite as adamant as he was. he got on there 2 or 3 times and told the people he would not be running.
Yeah.
He'd go home.
Yeah. It's a moment of glory. Instead of 15 minutes of fame, it's 4 years of some fame and a lot of heartburn, you know, because of all the things that you have to do.
It's a tough job. You know, it's a tough job for these people. I mean, you can do the best you can do, and you still got people.
Yeah, like I say, you get the papers in the history of Coleman County, and that was always the #1 issue is roads.
Yeah.
And you've got so many of those down, like at Smith Lake, and pig trails they started out as. And folks, it was always something humorous for us, and I'm sure it still remains something that's a bit amusing when people move from Birmingham to Smith Lake, and they've got a pig trail when they know they have to go down a pig trail to get to their house, but then after they buy the house, they want you to pave their road.
Yes.
And it's a pig trail, basically what it amounts to.
Well, when the talk comes up about it being a one-term job, you know, I would like at the end of 4 years, you know, to talk to people and look back, and if people think I've done a good enough job to seek the position again, and if that's what the people chose and that's what they wanted, I wouldn't say I wouldn't do that. But I'm not going to go into the job I'm looking at 4 years. I'm not looking to try to continue and you know, just to stay in the position.
One thing that was an issue when I was chairman, for the 4 years I spent in that office, each year we dealt with the issue of the cost of health care for county employees. And Alabama Association of County Commissioners kept advising commissions across the state, you're going to have to make employees ante up and pay more of the cost, because it was bad when I was in office and got out in 2000. I know now it's got to be an issue, a big part of the budget. And, you know, when it comes to the road department's budget, the majority of the budget goes towards salaries and benefits. And boy, that's a tough thing, because that
Jordan,
leaves
we're
you less
going to get
money.
more roads too when we get this lake head done.
Yeah.
There's going to be a lot of work got to be done out there on that.
That was going to be primarily a county function to pay for those roads that have to be built when Duck River Dam is completed, because you got people cut off, and so you have even more roads. So it's never an easy issue, you know. The cost of water, I know that since the county is the biggest customer of the Coleman City Water Utility Board, then a few years back the question was, is the county getting charged more per customer than other water boards like East Coleman and VAW and others. And the indication was that yes, they were, because they were the biggest customer. But then, of course, the county had already signed on to Duck River. Water will always be an issue, probably more, maybe even one day a bigger issue than the roads could be when it starts getting scarce. But what are your thoughts about cost increases and such? What will your process be whenever you're faced with these things of employee benefits, salaries, and taking more of the general fund budget to pay them? What will be your position, do you think, JP?
Well, I think all employees, city and county both, they do a fantastic job. And, for me, if there is room for improvement, to help them, because, you can look at check stubs, the gross pay is a decent amount of money. But by the time you get finished cutting everything out of it, the take-home pay is not all that good. And so, if there's room for improvement, I'd be more than willing to sit down and look and see how we can improve that. And the health care is a big part of it. It takes a lot of money out of people's checks. And again, the county pays a lot of money for health care, and that's a very important thing. And a lot of times we don't think about that. But, if you didn't have the health care that we have, if I was paying that out of my pocket, then it would cost probably a good bit more than what I'm getting it for now. And as far as water issues and stuff like that, on increases, I think that would be I'd just like to get a group together and talk about the most efficient way to do that, not to where it's hurting people, but I understand water rates more than likely will increase with the Duck River project. I hope we can keep that to a minimum, because that does affect people on fixed incomes, and it really affects poultry farmers. I would say poultry farmers are probably the largest consumer of water in the county. And, so I would like to do everything I could to keep that to a minimum for at least the poultry farmers. I am a poultry farmer.
And manufacturing.
And manufacturing. And, we've got to do what you have to do to make sure the project gets paid for, but try to keep it at a minimum.
We got about a minute left. Tell us why people should vote for J.P. White for county commissioner come this, you've got a competition in the primary, don't you?
Yes, sir. There's five in our race.
In June. Tell us why they should vote for J.P. White.
I have devoted 27 years of public service to the city of Coleman, and I have also worked a lot in the county. And, I think my honesty, my fairness, I think that's an asset. And the main thing I have done all my life, but even in my career, I have never considered myself to be above anyone else. No matter who it was I was dealing with, I've always tried to treat people fair and be honest with them. And I think that pays off. And, I've never considered myself to be better than anyone, because I'm not any better than anyone else. And I enjoy serving people. I get a lot of satisfaction out of helping people with their problems and coming to a solution and seeing that we've done a good job on that. And, that's, I think I have a lot to bring to the table. And, I think just my knowledge of community public service and kind of what people expect, I think that's an asset. And so I would like to continue that service in the county commission office.
Thank you, JP. Appreciate your time.
Thank you.
JP, appreciate you being.
All right, for Day on 2, that's politics.
Thank you.
In the nation, we reward safe driving. Add Vanishing Deductible from Nationwide Insurance and get $100 off every year of safe driving, which means you could save a lot of Benjamins. We put members first because we don't have shareholders. Join the nation.
Nationwide is on your side.